Some breaking news coming in from the United Kingdom. Nicola Sturgeon is set to resign as Scottish First Minister. The Scottish National Party leader is expected to make the announcement later today in Edinburgh. According to reports, the exact date of her leaving the Scottish Prime Minister's office is not clear as of now. Sturgeon has been the First Minister since November of 2014. That's more than 8 years in the role. And this also makes her the country's longest-serving First Minister. We are still waiting for more updates, and for more on this, our correspondent Alex Isaac is joining us live from London. Now, Nicola Sturgeon is set to resign, Alex, as Scotland's First Minister. Sources close to her say that Sturgeon has, quote-unquote, had enough. How are you decoding this statement?
Yeah, absolutely. We do hear from a few sources that she has said that enough is enough, but we'll find out exactly what those reasons will be in around 30 minutes. Now, there has been a lot of talk about what made her decide that she is going to resign and step down. There has been conversations over the past year about independence for Scotland. In fact, Indy Ref 2, which was thrown out of court just at the end of last year, a lot of Scottish people were very keen for it to continue to go forward. But, of course, that took a lot of money from the Parliament. Now, I understand from some of my sources that those who are in the SNP, that they had to use their own money to do their own election campaigns because they were putting money aside for another fight for that independence. But now it looks like that might be off the table because we don't know who is going to replace Nicola Sturgeon. From what we understand, she will stay in the role until somebody else is found. But she may suggest, like Jacinda Ardern in New Zealand, that the pressure for being a woman in that role and taking on all of those issues that has come for being nearly nine years in power has just been enough. Not that long ago, there was also the arguments over the transgender rights of prisoners within Scotland, and she was forcing through that campaign to change gender recognition, which did not go in her favour as well. And of course, we also saw the resigning of the Westminster member for the SNP. So it's all coming to a head at the moment, but we will be waiting to hear what exactly she has to say and why she is deciding that this is the right time to step down right at the beginning of the year, when she had already promised that she was going to stay in power until 2026. Why now? There's a lot of unanswered questions which hopefully she will be able to address when she speaks in front of her property in Edinburgh in about half an hour.
Absolutely, and rightly pointed out by you, she was a vocal supporter of Scottish independence. She was even pushing for a second referendum on the decision. Maybe it's too soon to ask, but I'm going to do it anyway. How do you think the Scottish National Party is going to take the campaign further after Sturgeon?
It's quite interesting because there does seem to be quite a divide within the Scottish National Party anyway on independence, and the referendum itself was half-heartedly supported. As I mentioned there, they had to use their own money to go and campaign for the last election. So I know from a lot of those sources that they weren't that keen on taking the money from their own pockets and also pushing something that the general population didn't really seem to be 100% backing. There was a lot of polls out that go from yes for independence to no to independence, and it does seem quite like a 52% yes, and then it goes down to 48%. Whether or not they will continue taking it forward, whoever gets in the place, I think that would be the clarification. If it is John Swinney who then takes it forward, he might try and push for another campaign. But it all comes down to who takes charge and also how much money is left in the pot to move things forward.
All right, let's hope we have answers to all those questions in the next 30 minutes. Thank you, Alex Isaac, joining us live from London and getting us all those insights.